Okay, link. Yeah, yeah. Empty page on website to
Okay. Hi. Can you guys all hear me? This is Keiko from Brooklyn Shoe Space. Today for Shoe Talks, we're going to be talking with Kelian Lewis. She's back in Estonia. She has joined me in 2019 for a year to intern at Brooklyn Shoe Space, and now she's back home. So let me just check she is here.
Hi. Oops. Hold on. How are you? It's been too long.
I'm good. I'm good. At the moment, I'm lucky to still be in school, in university, but it's the situation is crazy right now. So, like everything changes in a day's matter. Yeah.
So have you been like occasionally locking down at home, going back to school and all that? Like it just
Yeah.
depends on the week.
Yeah.
Wow, that's so crazy.
Yeah. At the moment, we have only like the graduating students allowed to come to the studios, and just
How
last
many
week.
people is that?
Mm, it's not a lot, like around 10 to 15.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And normally it would be like how many
No,
more people?
yeah, like in the department we have around 30 students altogether. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. So crazy. Wait, how did you adjust the work like to accommodate what's going on? So you're
Uh,
going do you go in? Do you also do online classes?
it's like until last week we tried to come in like the tutors, and I'm here mostly at the moment. Moved Zoom, so basically everything
Wow.
online, and starting now we are going to let students come in like one at a time, so they work individually. That's
Wow.
crazy.
Do they have stuff at home that they can like do they have equipment at home, tools? Like no.
That
Wow.
most of them don't have. That's why we need to let them still come here and get their like graduation projects done and like this thing. Yeah.
So mostly the school's open for the studios.
Yep. At the moment. So it can.
Computer work and all that jazz. You just do it remotely and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, Lorna says I miss you.
Beautiful.
Jakob joined. Hi, Jakob. That's our mechanic.
Yeah.
Um, oh, that's awesome. Well, like, go back in time a little bit. Tell us how, like, you started shoemaking. Were you always really interested in shoes,
Uh,
leather work? Like, how did you make your journey to Brooklyn Shoe Space? And then from here on, like, how you went back and now you're teaching. Like, let's hear all of it.
yeah. Well, I think my story is quite unusual, and if I think back of it, it's for me it's a bit like, oh my god, I didn't believe in myself at all. uh, uh, when I started graduating high school, then I thought that I want to have some like really good stable job, so I was thinking about going to study to be a dentist. And then but I had been going to like art school during the high school, so the art university was my like option
Yeah.
B, second option. So I didn't get into the dentist to the university to study that. So I applied to the art university, and then I was checking the curricula, and then at the moment and also in the past, most popular in here is the fashion design and then graphic design. But I was thinking that, oh my God, there's like 100 people applying. I'm definitely not going to get in. So I was looking the leather department, and then I was thinking that, okay, this maybe is
Ah,
me. actually, I didn't have much like interest before, and so I started learning about it once I got in here. And so in this department, it's like different projects. We do shoes, handbags, headwear, gloves, so and bookbinding. And
Yeah.
I just took the course of starting to make more shoes. It's we had some really like nice, inspiring courses. Like one was with camper, and from that it's like it started escalating, and then I was doing a lot of different internships, and the last one was in Brooklyn Shoe Space, and it was just like, to me, everything is always really personal. Like I want to grow, I want to learn, and then I just look for opportunities to do that. And when I came back from New York, from Brooklyn Shoe Space, then the university contacted me asking if I would do a short course in sneaker making. And then I just stick around. Luckily, they invited me back to like work more in here, and that's how, like until now, that's how the situation is.
So do you handle or do you teach more undergrad or grad students or
It
mix?
it depends.
Hi, Kristen.
Hey. It depends. So when it's the short courses, I can show some things.
Of course.
So short courses we usually do like the first year, second year students. So for example, like sneakers, like these kind of projects, we do like a 5-day course. So these are like the shorter ones. And then last semester we did one longer project, and it was together with a brand.
Okay,
And
with a brand.
yeah, it was a sustainable shoe brand that produces here in Estonia, and they use sustainable materials. Yeah, they want to produce
What's it called?
Kira.
What?
Kira.
Kira. Oh,
Kira.
Kira. Kira. Kira. Oh my gosh, that's funny. And they're sustainable shoe brand made in Estonia.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's so great that you have industry still left there.
I can show one. So that's a prototype. The students were asked to make a prototype for them, and so they needed to keep some like design elements and materials that they use. So, for example, they used a car tire as an outsole. That was something they had to keep, and then as an upper, we just we experimented with like different. Like alternative leather alternatives.
Wow. And how are they coming out?
Well, actually, I can maybe show a bit of those materials. I put them out on the table so I could show some of them.
Cool.
So, for example, we just ordered a lot of different ones to see how they are.
Yeah.
So, for example, this is the mushroom.
Wow, you got a hand on them. That's amazing.
Yeah, the moose skin, but that was the thing
skin.
that.
Okay.
But the problem with the moose skin is that it tears really easily.
Tears easily.
So,
yeah. Because the other company, made with reishi, they haven't been able to like bring it to market yet. So it's not available to like individuals yet. So yeah. So this is okay. Mushrooms. That's interesting. It's a little too like it tears a little bit.
Yeah. Then we have, then there's this mango fruit leather Amsterdam. So it's made of mango. But again, it's it's a lot more sturdier. But like once you, for example, do this, you can see that the wrinkles start to appear.
Yeah. How do they smell? Do they smell also good?
It's
sweet.
Fruity. it does smell like mango.
Yeah. Oh, that's so cool.
And we did like in the technical university in Estonia, we did material tests for them as well. So we wanted to know how like the water resistance and the tearing resistance and all. So, for example, this vegea, it's vegea,
Uh-huh.
and this one is made of. It consists the grapes, and for example, this material was the strongest and the best with the best quality. So
Right. Maybe they're just more market ready, like, but that's
yeah.
cool. Uh-huh.
Then
Wow.
this bidiris, I don't know how to pronounce them, but this one is made using corn.
Okay. Lots of colors. Okay. I
Then,
wonder where are they made? Like
uh,
in Estonia, or is it like did you source it everywhere?
no, we didn't get anything from Estonia. These are all from like Italy, and for example, one was coconut malai. So that's from that was, I think that was India. And then
Uh-huh.
there's deserto, that's from Mexico, and this deserto, this also is quite like leather, like you would like. So
Wait,
what?
what is that? That one's cactus?
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
Cactus is like leather. Uh-huh. Wow. Do they
And
have many colors or is it mostly black?
they have a lot of colors. It's like I can show. It's like a lot,
Oh, that's amazing. Oh,
a
that's
lot.
great. And it sounds like from how you're sourcing it, they might not have minimums, maybe.
Yeah.
Do they have they do have minimums?
No, like they for some they had minimums, but it's also possible to order quite like small quantities, which was good.
Hey, Atticus.
And then something like really crazy, like for example this leaf,
That's a leaf? Oh my goodness.
real leaf. It's like
Wait, is it just laminated leaf?
yeah,
It's called belief?
really.
That's great.
uh, it has some cotton packing, and then I don't know what's coding in it, but it's the actual leaf.
Oh, wait, so there's a coating on the surface, but
Mhm.
then it's backed with a canvas
Yeah,
or fabric.
most of the materials actually have like this cotton or kind of like,
Interesting. That is so interesting.
well, this
Hmm.
material is made actually by computers. It's kombucha. Yeah,
Oh,
but
I've only heard of kombucha like not produced, like somebody making it really in their like Tupperware. And
yeah.
is this like a company?
No, not at the moment. She's like developing it still, and yeah,
Wow, wow. How's the pigment? What I'm just curious, like, can I see again? How thick is it? Uh-huh.
thin.
Oh, wow. Okay. It's pretty even for what
Yeah.
from what I'm imagining. It's like it's it could get really thick too, you know? You know those layers. That's cool.
What else? Yeah, so this is the malai, this coconut material. But again, it's like quite durable. And of course, the pinatex that you really
Yeah.
love.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which ones are your favorite, or which have performed for you guys the best, or what more like easier to use in footwear?
Well, this the set we're talking about this vegea one, the vegea. These two. That's kind of mostly that's it. We had also some like this park, tree park, but it's also again like quite here's really easy. So depends on the design, of course. But
Right, right, right. Yeah. Well, I guess any material can be used in a smaller, you know,
Yeah.
parts, but if you need to last it around the toe, you need that kind of like a stretch and the strength, right?
Yeah. Well,
Wow. Okay.
but
Well, that's so
yeah,
cool. You
it's,
get to
I mean,
experiment with that.
yeah, it's good to see those materials in hand because what we saw, like when we were ordering those materials, then some of them, like on the website, they have samples of shoes made, like the whole upper is made of this material. And then once you receive it, you see that it tears so easily. So it's kind of like you don't get the whole picture how how it is.
Right, right. Huh. I'm curious. That's
Yeah.
cool. And is sustainability like your big focus at the moment? Or is it the school's focus?
It is, yeah. It's the school's focus. It's like we worked sometimes together with the other departments, but we hear, of course, yeah, that they also are like implementing the sustainability a lot right now in their projects. But at the same time, like for example, this week we are doing like this 1 week course where the project is about leather. So, but it's also about sustainability. So it's like international design competition, and it's about like bringing attention to leather waste. And so again, it's really important topic, and it's important also, like next to this alternative new materials, to still show actually how sustainable and good material leather is.
Yeah,
And so it's like it's just about like bringing awareness to consumers. And
absolutely. And yeah, and the future designers and makers, I guess.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cool. Do you still make? Do you get to make while you're teaching, or do you kind of
Uh,
not have time?
at the moment, I haven't had time, unfortunately.
No,
It's
no.
because, yeah, it's
Mm,
also because at the moment it's this period where we have to do a lot of like advertising for the department, because the applications are starting to come in. So we really need to work on right now to bringing new students in. So that takes a lot of time. And yeah, since I'm doing like this, what's the word? My God, my English.
admin kind of
Yeah,
admin,
like
like
administrative job. Then actually, most of the time, like most of the day, I'm behind the computer.
behind
Actually,
the computer. Right, right, right. Well, what's your like? What's a good hand? I always ask like, what hand tools essential to your work at the moment? Like, what do you think it's just shoemaking tools? What's your
uh,
favorite tool?
well, from shoemaking tools, I would say lasting pincers is still my favorite. My favorite.
Yeah,
It's then you already have like figured out the pattern and put it together, and then it's like the no-brainer part starts. It's like
yeah.
it's starting to come together. That's I like that the
Oh, you
most.
like that part? Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool. Um, and then I would love to see the school studio where
Yeah,
you work out of.
I will
Do you
switch the camera.
have any like personal projects going on, or is that also kind of
Uh,
no
at
time?
No, at the moment I have no personal projects, but so this is the Accessory Studio. We have the machines here and like students' projects, some of them here. Then we have this like the welding machine. So they can
Yeah,
it's to weld together like synthetic materials. So basically, it's also possible to do some shoe uppers maybe, but we haven't tested yet. We've had this machine like a month or so. Some more
called
machines.
welting or welding?
Welding,
Welding.
welding, flatbed welding machine.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm gonna check it out. Uh-huh.
and then yeah, we have the cutter here, and this is like the library we have,
Uh-huh.
and
Uh-huh.
so we have some books of leather and shoemaking, and then we have this Collazioni accessory magazines coming in, so
Uh-huh.
it's like a inspiration Bible for the students.
Yeah. Okay.
Uh, then at the moment we have
Whoa, what's
this
that?
machine.
Uh-huh.
It's the vacuum heat press,
Vacuum.
or like
Uh-huh.
to make the molds. So it's actually
Cool.
possible to do like a mold for the shoe last as well with this plastic, and then sketch your design on the.
So you don't need to tape it.
Yeah, exactly. Then we have a lot of like these donation materials at the moment here.
Uh,
So some companies in Estonia have donated us like some fake leather shoelaces, real leather, and some more materials. And then again, we have like the
mhm.
students' works
Mhm.
here. And then there's the leather. Put the light
Glove leather.
on.
Yeah. Is that like
Yes.
accessible to the students?
Yes. So that's all for the school like projects that they can use. I put some like students
Are they like
work by me, but the students work. So for example, this student is working in Adidas now. So who made those?
is it
There's
is it clear so like resin?
yeah,
Resin.
it's the plexiglass or yeah,
So it's not flexible.
no.
No.
Then they do things like that. So let's see if I can so like the woods
Ooh.
also,
So
and
it's like a sandal boot. Uh-huh.
yeah.
Uh-huh. Interesting. Okay.
This is something I made in 2016 actually. It's
Oh.
hand welted and like really traditional techniques actually. But
But
I
what's the
used
surface
it's a like a
material?
PU like this curtains that the shops have.
Like a
Like
shower curtain?
yeah. Like this thick plastic curtains. Yeah.
Wow. But then you
Yeah.
welded the welt part.
Yeah.
Wow. Cool.
Yeah. Then some more experimental shoes.
Wedge platform shoe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
Then
Interesting. Uh-huh. Are
there's
these
one.
graduates' work? Mm-hmm.
The BA student made these. This I was checking that it was just funny. It has like the nails inside, if you can see the spikes.
They do.
Yeah,
Wow.
so
Okay, so
they're actually it's
they
not wearable, but yeah,
purposefully
just
left it. Okay.
yeah,
It's like in a grid too. Oh, that's
yeah.
funny.
Okay, and then I will move to the other part. So this is
Wow.
the like the kitchen area. We have like the
Kitchen.
leather dies in here and some different tools, and like the different hand tools are here in
Yeah.
the. So we have everything here, like whatever.
Technician who like keeps it clean, like a
Yeah, yeah,
studio manager. It's very organized. I'm surprised. Do the students have to really like bring it back and nobody leaves
yeah.
behind thing? Oh, that's
Yeah,
great.
and that's
Oh,
the bookbinding part. So
all the presses and
yeah,
uh-huh. Wow.
there's some nice, like really old machines here, the press, and then the sanding room that's
Mm-hmm.
here. We have some like
Mm-hmm.
shoe lasts in here,
Mm-hmm.
the
Mm-hmm.
sole press, some more lasts, and then a really nice sanding machine. So that's all here. Yeah. We'll go back to
So
the.
they don't have to focus on just footwear. They actually get to cross. like they get to do bookbinding as well as footwear?
Yeah, it's we
Like
have
it's
projects.
like an overall, you have to do it all.
Yeah, it's they have to do both projects, and then in MA they can choose more like what they focus on, and then they choose more like the projects they do. Yeah, but it's nice because traditionally this department it started in 1917, so they have really long history in bookbinding and leather techniques. So that's yeah, still being taught today.
Cool. Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
And then do you also have like shoemaking teachers who teach the hand welding as well, like the traditionals? Oh, wow. So there's like a shoemaker on
There's
staff.
just one one left in Estonia, and he's really good. He used to work at a lab in London
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. At
10 years.
Love's.
Yeah, and then he to Estonia, and so he's still doing work for them actually, and then he teaches here sometimes. Yeah, it's like a 2 month course or 3 month course. So, and they start from like they do the shoe lasts, like all the sanding and so on. So it's really
Sorry,
true.
yeah, last making and oh wow. And that's for undergrad students as well?
That's well, this one is mostly for MA students
Students.
because they
Wow.
have
Yeah.
some experience before, and yeah, but it's a good opportunity for them kind of education. Yeah.
Opportunity. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Ah. What class in particular are you teaching now? Like,
Uh, at the moment, it's I have this competition course, so that is at the moment the only one I'm teaching, and then I'm actually just preparing the next ones that we have coming up. We are actually trying to get Aki Chocolate to come here to do
okay.
like a sketching course,
Okay.
and then Helen Kirkum from England. We have also we are in contact with her, but at the moment it's like no one knows if they travel and so on. So we do the preparations and just hope that the situation gets better, and then we can offer these courses to the students. Yeah.
Oh man. What style do you personally like to make?
Uh, it's I really admire and appreciate makers who make things themselves in small quantities, and I have really this minimal style. So, but I kind of have to put my style aside.
Yeah,
I,
hold on. Sorry.
yeah.
I have this seamless order. Hold on. Hello. Yeah. It's lunchtime, so sorry I had my delivery. All right. Uh, yeah, so you admire other people who make so and you personally like minimal style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still really much love Fight Direct.
Yeah, the fight. Yeah, fight direct. Yeah. Do you still wear them wintertime?
I
It's like
started wearing them finally.
yeah, because it's winter over
Before
there.
they are too nice, but this winter I was oh, I have to start wearing them. Yeah, they are.
Uh,
So, yeah.
so good. So good. Oh, that's cool. Um, so degree courses, I was just, so after the BA degree, the bachelor's, like it's a 4-year degree. So it's in accessories. Do the students really like go into the industry? Do they go abroad? Do they stay in Estonia? What's uh, demographic like? Like where do students go after?
It really varies. I think a lot of students do go take this international courses through. We have this program called Erasmus.
Okay.
Yeah, and I used it like 3 times during my studies, and it's still quite popular. But in Estonia, it's a lot of people don't continue with shoemaking. So mostly they like post graduation they do like accessories, handbags, and small leather goods mostly. But some students from this department have continued in like bigger companies as well. Like as I was saying before, one of the students ended up working in Adidas in Germany, and there's one who worked in Louis Vuitton, and now he's in Bottega Veneta in Italy. So it's like as I've like seen and heard, and our like technical skills are really appreciated. So it's definitely like our strength. Yeah.
That's cool. Is
Yeah.
there an industry in like Estonia? Like you said, footwear, there's not really much, but there's
Yeah.
bags, leatherwork,
Uh,
bookbinding.
in in bags and like leather goods, it's mostly smaller studios and small makers. But we do have. Last time I checked, it was 6 shoemaking factories. Yeah, it's like for Estonia, it's quite a lot actually, and but
Yeah.
most of their production, like almost all of the production, goes abroad. It's they're either making the uppers, for example, or like some part of the shoe. Or there's one of the biggest factories we have. They are making mostly like military footwear, and so it's not for the local market. Yeah.
The States too. The military shoes are still, half of it is made here. Not half, but they're still made in USA shoes too. Fireman boots and
Yeah.
military boots. Yeah, combat boots. Okay, interesting. 6 factories. That's a lot for a small country, I feel like.
And like they are all quite the same age, like so to say. They all started like 30 years ago, and it used to be like one big company, and then they all like separated their ways, and so as one, and then separated kind of in a way. And it has been said like in these factories that the workers there are the ones who started there. So actually they are in a desperate need for new people to come take over. So there is a chance to continue also in like footwear after graduating. Yeah.
Those factories too? Like, does the school and the factories collaborate?
This Kira boot project,
Yeah,
that's
made
together with.
in Estonia.
Mhm.
Oh,
So
wow, that's cool.
that well, it was we were collaborating with them because that's where the boots are made for this brand. So yeah, we visited the factory and they showed us their production, and yeah, it's really good to get like this insight. And
That's great.
they are really open. Yeah, really good.
I don't know the geography, but is it like near where your school is? Like, how far away is it? Did you have to make a trip like in a school bus and like not a school bus, but in a bus and go far, or is it like 1 hour away? Or
this particular factory we took a ride there. It's like in almost 2 hours away from the capital, but yeah, the factories are located in different cities. I think there's 2 that are near the capital, but Estonia is so small, so it's like yeah.
in 2 hours you can get to the factories,
Yeah.
which is not far, relatively speaking,
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. Okay. Wow.
I'm actually not a lot of like designers or makers haven't started producing in Estonia actually, because the chance is there, and it's not. I think if you have some resources, then it's completely possible to start producing locally.
Yeah.
So we have it's available, so it's good.
I think that's like gonna be like the next wave of creators and makers and designers in Estonia from like your school. Would they like go and instead of going to say Italy or Spain,
Mhm.
Portugal to like make their shoe collection? Do you think some would like go to this Estonian factories and like start their own line?
Uh, I would like to hope so.
I hope
It's
so too.
yeah, it would be nice to yeah, do this more.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
And and what about like when you make shoes, do you usually sketch first and have a concept in mind, or do you go actually directly into making? What about your students?
Students sketch. Yeah, we encourage them to sketch a lot. And actually, it's one of the reasons we want to have Aki Chocolate to come here, because he would be giving more like sketching lessons. And yeah, there's research before sketching and then making. But for me personally, I like to sketch on the last. So it's because I have such minimal style, so I'm not thinking so much about like some crazy concept. So yeah.
Yeah, I asked about what your favorite process is. You said you like lasting.
Mhm.
Um, do you wear any of the shoes that you made in Brooklyn?
Yeah, surprisingly, this winter I was mostly wearing my own shoes, so it was nice.
Cool. Yeah.
I didn't have a lot, so but yeah, after Brooklyn Shoe Space, I had I think two more pairs when I came back, and yeah,
Make once you got back, like
sorry.
sneakers or
Ah,
what shoes did you make after you got back?
uh, after I got back, then I made sneakers mostly, because when we were teaching the course, then we just need to test them out before, of course, and yeah.
Yeah. So you make your samples first and test it out and cool. And in your course, do you also teach the pattern making or you just have like kind of like a standard pattern for everybody?
We teach some basic pattern making, and like with this Kira project, we had the pattern makers from the factory to teach them a bit more like this factory standard. Yeah, so it
It's
was,
so different, right?
and it was interesting because they had experience of like 30 years of this factory requirement pattern making, and uh, there's so many different approaches. So it was interesting to see. Yeah.
Now, what about sourcing? You're talking about the materials you source, but like components and parts, like can you source in Estonia? Like, do you have vendors? Do you have like a shoe repair supply shop? Like we have like one or two, you know?
Yeah. We have like two or three shops like that, but mostly, at least like this department uses this a Swedish company vendor. So
Oh,
because
so
because they have worked with them the longest, and it's just they get like the leathers and I don't know, like clues and these things from there mostly. And when we want some components for like bagging or whatever, then we just go to the like these craft shops and get them from there.
right. And do the students have to get their own supplies like here, or do you kind of have like a department shop like that
Yeah,
students can buy from you guys or
yeah, they can buy from us. Like mostly, we try to give them as much as possible. So if they have something really specific in mind, then they have to find it themselves. But I think we have quite good resources for them. So it's good, and they don't have to buy like whole high leather, so it's quite good. They get. yeah,
in
by
the art schools can get expensive, you know, getting the materials and components. And I think in US, like above the tuition, like everybody has to get their own materials. And
mm,
of course, they have some donations and some materials, but then of course, you know, you want something different. So they design something totally, you know, different and they have to buy them themselves.
yeah.
So that's amazing that you offer it to them. Yeah. Or like a mantra that you live by, like
Mm, I was thinking about it, but I think I was thinking it goes together kind of like with this COVID situation as well, that just slow down. So I really appreciate this slow approach to things and the making. Uh, I think people definitely should question more what they are buying and what they're doing, and just no like particular quote, but let's slow down.
let's slow down. Yeah, yeah. I mean, starting with your bookbinding and everything, I feel like, and the crafts, everything takes time, right? Well, if you had all the resources available to you, what kind of shoes would you make and for who?
Um, I don't think that I have like a particular person in mind. I wouldn't know, but I would definitely make shoes in really good, high quality materials, rich than leather. So I would like to like really put my time into the quality and appreciate the making and techniques and material. So
Yeah.
just really general
Yeah.
terms.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And then what practice would you keep that you adapted during COVID, you think, even after the pandemic kind of settles? Like,
Uh, yeah, well, the same as I said before, just the slowing down mentality.
yeah, yeah. Are you guys all getting vaccinated as educators or not
Uh,
yet?
they haven't said anything like for certain yet, but last talk was that maybe in April we have the chance to get vaccinated. So, but in general, the situation in the whole country right now is a bit hectic. So uh, it really all depends. Yeah.
So, passive, are the restaurants open?
No,
Oh,
no. But yeah, it, it
it's not
started.
even.
It started to get really a month ago, or maybe it was even 2 months ago, and
Oh,
yeah, now we are like all closed down, and it's yeah,
wow. So it's almost like, yeah, wow. It's every place is so different, you know, right now. Like
yeah,
New York, I feel like it's everything is kind of moving forward. Schools are opening back again. Restaurants are at like 50% capacity. Like everybody's eating outside.
mm,
Still, takeouts are still open. Like there's people. There's, you know, streets are less populated, I feel like. And the
yeah,
subway, I took a subway before and it was like half empty. It's just kind of nice. But yeah, I didn't feel like unsafe, you know,
mm-hmm.
because it's New York. If you go to like say the supermarket like Trader Joe's or Whole Foods, it's like a long line outside, people going in slowly, and inside is still like a lot of people. So it is so different, yeah, like, compared to like the lockdown that you guys have.
Yeah.
Where do you personally and like professionally want to be in like 3, 5, 10 years? Do you want to keep on teaching? Do you want to be making your art? Do you want to
Mm,
be shoemaking in the picture?
yeah, I definitely want to continue shoemaking, and I really do enjoy the teaching part right now. And if I can continue, perfect. But also, I guess making a brand or a studio, having a studio, for me it would make sense if I could still continue like like take the responsibility myself and telling people, like teaching people through my craft, the qualities and
Right.
like sustainability.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, so like practice, you mean? Like you want
yeah,
to be practicing what you're
yeah,
also teaching. Mm.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, so maybe you might have a studio down the line in
Maybe
5 years. Maybe. Oh, that's cool.
really open
Um,
broad still, so it's like I haven't really decided if I want to like put my foot in here or not. So I'll
time
see.
at the moment, right? It's just like you're at the school all the time, or
Yeah.
the school takes time. Yeah. Outside of school, do you have like craft work like that you're working on? Leather goods,
Mm,
shoes?
I did some leather goods when was it now? It was like a summertime. I had a few orders coming in, but it's then in the autumn I came back to the university, and so at the moment I haven't really like continued with this with leather goods. Uh, so I think I should keep my attention on making the shoes. So
It makes sense to not divert. Hold on. Someone says, add me to the conversation, please. Oh, as couture. I don't know how to do that. I heard that you can join like 3, 4 people now
mhm.
on this conversation. But I don't. Hi, I'm Emmanuel from Nigeria. I am a shoemaker too, as couture. I'll check it out. But I don't know how to add you. Sorry, couture. Okay, I wrote it down. Yeah. What do you miss New York? What do you miss about New York, if you do?
Uh, I miss Brooklyn Shoe Space. It's
Uh,
such a nice community there. I think
yeah.
I spent most of the time there, so it's natural that I miss the makers and the friends from there. But like overall, the really vibrant life and so much culture around and all that. Of course, now it's so different, but it was amazing there. Yeah.
That you will also have chance to come to New York too? Is that like part of your program? Like, oh, you were saying you have a program where you can go abroad. So,
Uh, it's well, this the program that I came there with. I think I cannot use it to go back to New York, but I can invite people I met there. So it's like a kind of like an exchange that, so for example, Aki would be coming through this program. So it's we can invite different makers or designers or whoever to the university, for example, and yeah. So
that,
but at the moment, I'm more interested in bringing people here. So it's like not
is it
about me at the moment.
Antranig asks, are you a footwear designer too?
uh, at the moment, I'm more like a tutor, so not as a designer.
And I know you have time and I know you don't have time because of teaching, but just being around the creatives, and being in that space is nice.
Yeah, no, it's definitely interesting to see like 10-year younger students and like to compare like once I started how our like study process was, and now I'm here, but like in different role.
Which is great because you're adding more, content and like insight to the.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah. I can't wait to see like the projects that the students make with those alternative materials. Like when do you post things on the school?
Yeah, we have the department Instagram account. That is mostly what we use to like show the projects, and yeah. from there you could see. Sorry? Can't hear you. Can you say again?
What's the department's Instagram?
It's. I wonder if I can write it. Yeah, I can write here. I will write it. Okay. It's this Accessory. So it's like Estonian Academy of Art.
Uh-huh. Accessory. Cool. Okay, I'm gonna check it out too. And I would love to keep on seeing like what everybody makes. I hope everybody's like diversifying using the materials. Like not everybody's using like one material, you know?
Yeah.
But I wanna see how they go. That's so interesting. It might smell so funny or like sweet in the studio because of all the mangoes, coconuts, and like
Yeah.
I don't know about cactus, but you know. Oh, well, we missed you over here. Yeah. Well, I hope you can come and visit one day, and I would love to come visit you one day when it's all opens up.
Yeah. Let's hope so. It was really. I hope you're doing well there too.
Yeah. We're good. We're good. Yeah. Healthy and all. So let's stay healthy. Keep on. Asks, what's the biggest problems of shoemakers in your country?
I think a lack of makers actually. So if there's not like this shoemaker community around, then it's difficult to come up with everything yourself. Yeah. So if we would have more makers, then definitely it would be more people making shoes as well. Yeah. Because we have all the materials, we have the tools and so on, but there's not makers. So that's I think the biggest problem.
Yeah. Spaces. Well, you have to make one in Estonia.
What did you say?
Comes to Estonia kind of thing. I don't know. We kind of dispersed now. Everybody has their own studios, you know, which is nice. Now there's so many places to visit. I think in Brooklyn there's so many shoemakers, which is great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think it's yeah. You guys are doing great with the school, I feel like. So I hope the students also come back to Estonia if they do go abroad, or like they just stay in Estonia and keep on making, and right?
Yeah.
So yeah, keep on making. Thanks for taking time today. I know it's late over there and you were teaching all day, and so thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, and so good to see your face.
Yeah.
We gotta do some more FaceTime together sometimes.
Yeah.
I hope Aki can make it to your to your school.
Yeah,
he's very cool.
Vaccinated, so we are really hoping to get him here in autumn. So fingers crossed.
Yeah. Oh, Emily says hi, Kelian. You're so cool. You are too. That's awesome. All right. Well,
okay. Well, let's keep
on making, and I'll see you soon, and I'll see your creations.
Yeah.
Online. All right.
Bye.
Bye.